Hello everybody. In our previous lecture we discussed two more examples of rather one more example of proposition. Okay, that is this one. So in our previous lecture we discussed that in discrete mathematics all mathematical expressions are treated as statements. So y greater than 5 is statement here. Okay, and this is not proposition because we don't know value of y. Okay, so this point we have already discussed, but one more point that was remaining during our previous discussion, that is, if you are getting this type of example, then they are called as propositional functions or open sentences in discrete structure. Okay, so in our previous lecture in detail we have discussed point that why this is not proposition. Okay, because here we don't know value of y, so that's why this is not proposition. So if you are getting this type of statement, then they are called as what? Then they are called as propositional function or open sentences in discrete structure. Okay, now in this lecture we will discuss few more examples of proposition. Okay, so see, this proposition concept is very much important for understanding further points from this chapter. That's why we'll discuss around 9 to 10 different examples, okay, of proposition, so that your concept of proposition will get clear. Okay, now see, this is another example. So what is the example given? In this example they have mentioned the statement like today is January, okay, and 99 is less than 5. Okay, actually see here two different statements are combined using and. Okay, so first statement is what? Today is January 27, and then second statement is 99 is less than 5. So see whether this complete part is a statement. In our previous lecture what I said, all mathematical expressions are treated as statements, so this is definitely a statement, and this is in general it is English statement. So complete this part is what? This is a statement in discrete structure. Okay, so today is January 27 and 99 is less than 5. Whether this is a statement? Yes, this is a statement. Okay, now next question arises that whether this is a proposition. So to make this proposition we have to check whether the value of this particular statement we are getting in form of true or false or not. So today is not January 27, okay, and 99 is not less than 5. So overall value of this statement is what? Overall value of this statement is false. And though it is possible for us to predict the value of this particular statement as true or in false, if it is possible, then that statement is called as what? Then that statement is called as proposition. So this is an example of proposition. Okay, I just want to revise this particular point. Actually see what is the difference between in this example and in previous example is, in previous example only one statement was given at a time. Okay, see, this is only one expression was given, but what is difference here? At the same time two statements are combined together. So first one is today is January 27 and second one is 99 is less than 5. This is only difference. So what I just want to convey here is, it's not the case like we can check whether given example is proposition or not if only single statement is given. Okay, sometime it may happen like you may get more than one statement, like here in this example we are getting two statement. Okay, and overall this statement we have to check whether this is proposition or not. So we have to just divide this particular statement. So today is January 27, no, so false, and 99 is less than 5, no, false. So false and false, it is false. So overall value of this statement is what? False. So though it is possible for us to predict the value of this statement in true or false, it this particular statement is called as what? Proposition. Why this is proposition? Because its value is what? Its value is false. See, this will never happen, like see, value of this statement is true as well as false at the same time. This will never happen like today is January 27 as well as today is January 15 at the same time. This will never happen. Okay, so it will be either January 27 or January 15. Okay, same thing is applicable for this part as well. It will never happen like 99 is less than 5 as well as 99 is greater than 5. Okay, or this will never happen like 99 is less than 5 is true as well as false at the same time. This will be only false. It will never happen like at the same time this particular expression is having true as well as false value. So this will never happen, this complete statement is called as what? Proposition. Okay, let us discuss one more example. Now this is again another interesting example. See, initially you may find these things very simple, okay, but once we proceed with further concept, then you will understand the difficulty level of this particular point. Okay, initially we may find that this particular point is very easy to understand, but this is not the case. Okay, there are so many exceptions for this. Okay, so here one more example is given, and this is an example of exception. Okay, see here, what is the example given? Please do not fall asleep. Please do not fall asleep. Actually, see, now until now what I said, normal English statement are considered as statement in discrete structure. Then in our previous example what I said, all mathematical expressions are considered as statement in discrete structure. Okay, now one more thing I just want to clear. See, requests are not considered as statement in discrete structure. Slightly confusing point for understanding. Now what I am saying, request is not considered as an statement in discrete structure. Actually, see, please do not fall asleep. Okay, from English point of view this is statement. From English subject point of view this is statement, but here we are not learning English, we are learning DSGT, discrete structure and graph theory. Now in discrete structure and graph theory, requests are not considered as statement. You remember this point. Okay, somewhere you note this particular point. In my previous session what I said, in discrete, in English, see, mathematical expression are not considered as statement, but in DSGT mathematical expressions are considered as statement. Now opposite to that one, in English this is considered as statement, this request is considered as statement, but in discrete structure requests are not considered as statement. Okay, so that's why, see here, is this a statement? No, this is a statement. Why? Because it is a request. Okay, and in discrete structure requests are not considered as statement. Getting my point? Now if your example is not statement, there is a no point in checking whether that is a proposition or not, because to make a statement, to make a example proposition, that example must be initially statement. I know that you are finding this point difficult for understanding. Let me show you my first slide. Okay, here see, while giving definition of proposition, what is the definition given? Proposition is a declarative statement. So to make any example proposition, that example must be statement. So like see, this is statement. Here statement, if this is statement, then we will check whether that statement is proposition or not. In this example also this is statement, though this is a statement, then we will further check whether this is a proposition or not. Same, whether this is statement, yes, this is statement, that's why further we check whether this is a proposition or not. Now same thing is applicable for this example as well. Now here for this example, this is not statement, and if it is not statement, then obviously that is not proposition, because in discrete structure to make a example proposition that example must be initially statement, but this is not actually a statement in discrete structure. That's why this is not a proposition as well. Okay, so I hope you are getting this point. So in this lecture we discuss one new point, that is, in discrete structure requests are not considered as statement. Okay, so that's all for this point. If you find any difficulty in understanding this particular point, then you can drop me a message on Google Classroom, otherwise you can drop me a message on WhatsApp as well. Okay, so thank you.